There's never not a good reason for an Inside Xbox show, and for the first one of 2020 it is certainly one to remember. Taking a slightly different form as it was recorded from Team Xbox's homes, we were treated to an enormous amount of gaming goodness. Oh, and quite possibly the world premiere we never thought we needed, Major Nelson's Stubble. But before we get to that, how about we start with some sneak peeks of some upcoming Xbox games that you won't want to miss. The show opened with our most in-depth look yet at Grounded, the latest from legendary RPG developer and Xbox Game Studios member Obsidian, who were trying out something a little bit different with this one. Grounded isn't an RPG. It's basically a Honey I Shrunk the Survival game of base building and bug battling. First, an exclusive trailer gave us a look at some of the cool things Obsidian are doing with the microscopic scale of its setting, like gliding on dandelions and trampolining on spiderwebs. But most important of all, it introduced a very 80s looking toy robot who'll act as your guide to this world of deadly insects and gigantic, well, just about everything.
You are very, 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 very small.
Then Grounded game director Adam Brennicky talked us through some of the ways Obsidian is bringing its RPG home talents to a whole new genre. Just like in The Outer Worlds, Fallout New Vegas, or any of the studio's other games, there are a ton of ways to play.
So if you want to be the player who crafts armor and armors up and goes through the adventure, you can do that. If you want to play a stealthy player, you can do that. If you want to just go destroy everything and build up a arsenal of weaponry, you can do that as well.
And this might be a multiplayer-ready survival game, but that doesn't mean Obsidian doesn't still have a tale to tell.
And with Grounded, we want to expand on how we tell stories.
Without all of the dialogue you'd expect in one of its RPGs, Obsidian is using a method called environmental storytelling. This means the studio is handcrafting every little detail of Grounded's levels so they tell you a little bit about the world and let you fill in the rest for yourself. And you'll want to do that because there are secrets to uncover in Grounded's world, like the mysterious evil force glimpsed in the trailer. And the story is still growing. The game will be launching in-game preview on the 28th of July, and Brennicky says the storyline will develop from there, maybe even with the input of the community, just in case you needed another reason to play this awesome looking game. Another Xbox Game Studios big hitter that's heading our way with all the speed of a roadie running cog soldier is Gears Tactics, and design director Tyler Bielman talked us through 5 badass things you need to know about the game. In this prequel campaign, you play as Gabe Diaz. Yep, that's right, the dad of Kate Diaz, stars of Gears 5. And you're up against a brand new villain, a locust geneticist known as Ukon.
Now, Ukon is a geneticist. He's the monster that makes monsters. The Corpsers and Brumoks, the big bosses that you see in Gears of War, that's Ukon's handiwork.
As the name suggests, Gears Tactics is a turn-based tactics game in the style of XCOM, but it's got all the fast-paced action of a traditional Gears game. Missions throw tons of enemies at you, so you'll have to fight back with everything you've got, including executions, which in Gears Tactics come with a real strategic value. Applying a chainsaw to an enemy's face will give bonus actions to your entire squad. Handy and gory. Gabe leads a Gears squad who can all be upgraded and customized with class-based skills and gear earned in the game. There are no transactions and no loot boxes. The game is coming to Xbox later this year, but PC players will be able to dive in on the 28th of April, when it arrives on Xbox Game Pass for PC. Stepping away from first-party games for a second, Inside Xbox also gave us a look at some really cool indie titles, with brand new trailers for Atomicrops, a farming sim with an action twist, and the Hotline Miami collection, which surprise launched on Xbox during the show. So you can go and play it right now. But before you go and do that, why don't you watch the rest of the video? We also got a sneak peek of the new title from Hello Games, who you'll probably know as the studio behind No Man's Sky. The Last Campfire is an adventure game inspired by picture books and Jim Henson classics like Labyrinth and The Dark Crystal, and that shines through in its stunning visuals, which are sweet, but with just a touch of darkness. You'll be solving puzzles and uncovering a story with the help of a narrator who reacts to what you do as you do it, when The Last Campfire gets lit this summer. Okay, back to the Xbox Game Studios big hitters now, because Inside Xbox also delivered some shiny treasure, in the form of our first look at the April update for Sea of Thieves. It's called Ships of Fortune, and it's coming on the 22nd, and it's got loads of new stuff for you to do. The biggest additions are missions that let you become an emissary for one of the game's 6 trading companies. Yeah, you heard us right, 6, because there's a brand new trading company in town, the bloodthirsty Reaper's Bones. And speaking of bloodthirsty, there's a huge overhaul coming to the PvP arena mode. Expect more action-packed matches with a single treasure beacon and cash-in location to battle over, plus shorter match times. But if you find yourself on the wrong end of a blunderbuss, your teammates will now have the chance to revive you. Which is all great, but we haven't got to the most important bit yet. Cats! Yep, pets now include furry feline friends to join you on your nautical adventures. In other sadly cat-free update news from the show, Gears 5 has launched a free-to-play week across Xbox and PC, and it comes with a bonus freebie, the Dave Bautista skin and Bautista Bomb execution move. Over in Minecraft, meanwhile, a new education category has been added to the marketplace, so you can learn to code using a robot or visit famous landmarks and even the International Space Station thanks to a partnership with NASA. And finally, if you're more into hounds than cats, and specifically bloodhounds, you'll be pleased to hear about Apex Legends' new Old Ways, a lore event kicking off today with an exclusive prize track, fresh cosmetics, and a new town takeover. Bloodhounds Trials, a co-op challenge that pits man or robot against beast, as you band together to defeat waves of prowlers. Throw in the return of duos, oh, and this time it's for good, and you've got yourself a truly legendary update. Inside Xbox also brought a tall stack of new Xbox Game Pass titles for us to look forward to, starting with Journey to the Savage Planet. This alien adventure made its debut on Xbox earlier this year, and it's coming to Game Pass for console on the 9th of April, so you can experience its weird creatures and unique sense of humour for yourself. And if that's not enough journeying for you, the game is also getting its first ever DLC expansion, and it's hot garbage. No, really, that's what it's called. Inside Xbox premiered the trailer with a peek at some of the new toys it'll be adding to the game, including a jetpack. I mean, who doesn't love a jetpack? Anyway, back to Xbox Game Pass. There are some great new games coming to the PC library this month, including Football Manager 2020, roguelike RPG Mistover, and the official game adaptation of Stranger Things 3. So, whether you want to explore the Upside Down or just manage your favourite football club, Xbox Game Pass for PC has got you covered. There's also some shiny new DLC for Human Fall Flat, which will be available this spring. So, there is plenty to look forward to. We'll be doing an in-depth look at all the new Xbox Game Pass games. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss out on that. But there is one more big release we just couldn't wait to talk about, and that is Yakuza Kiwami, the next installment in the epic Yakuza saga, coming to Xbox for the very first time and straight onto Game Pass for console and PC. And there's even more. This Inside Xbox was packed with games and announcements, so let's close out with a very quick roundup of all the other news from the show you need to know. Xbox Series X bigwig Jason Ronald made an appearance to talk about the next-gen console, from ray tracing to Xbox Velocity architecture. The most intriguing part was the reveal of how the Xbox Series X will handle extra storage. We got our first look at the storage expansion card that has been developed with data storage specialist Seagate. It's about the size of a credit card, or maybe a biscuit, like custard cream sized. Anyway, it's small, but it uses the same SSD tech as the Series X, so you can pop in one of these biscuit-sized bad boys to get an instant 1TB boost to storage. And whether a game is stored on the console or externally on a card, you won't see any drop in performance. Now, from storage to streaming, because the Project xCloud preview is opening its doors to 11 new countries in Europe, including Ireland, France, Germany, Spain, and Italy. This means a whole wave of new people will be able to start playing Xbox games on their phones and tablets, including 3 new additions to the xCloud library courtesy of EA. Classic RPG Dragon Age Inquisition, yarn-storming platformer Unravel 2, and none other than The Sims 4. And yet more top mobile gaming news with the announcement that Forza Street will be bringing top quality street racing to iOS and Android on the 5th of May. You can pre-register to download this free game on the Google Play and Samsung Galaxy stores right now, and that will send you a handy reminder when the game launches. And you'll want to be one of the first off the starting line, because everyone who plays in the first 30 days will get a 2017 Ford GT. That's in the game, not a real one, but still not a bad welcome gift. And sticking with big May releases, we got another peek at Minecraft Dungeons' co-op action twist on the Minecraft world, as it readies for a new release date, the 26th of May. That's nearly everything from this edition of Inside Xbox, but there were also 5 tips for getting the most out of your Xbox One while staying inside, from co-pilot to digital gifting. For more hot tippage, watch out for our video on those later this week, or you could just dive back into our huge tips video from earlier this year. And if you're playing on PC, make sure you check out the new features for Xbox Game Bar on Windows 10. In case you don't know about Game Bar, just try hitting Windows and G on your keyboard and it should pop right up with a load of handy tools for gaming. And it's getting even handier thanks to a partnership with Razer and XSplit, so you can control everything from streaming to game performance right there in the Game Bar without having to open any extra apps. If you want to be the first to get your hands on these new Game Bar features, join the Windows Insider program at insider.windows.com for an early sneak peek. Okay, and that is everything from this edition of Inside Xbox. We told you it was a packed one. Let us know what you're most excited about down in the comments. Remember to hit that like button, and we'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!